Hello everybody, my name is Clark Gingrich and I am the Prodigal Christian.
Come running like a prodigal, running like a prodigal, running like a prodigal, running like a prodigal.
In all things you do it with an honest heart. Hey everybody, yes, I want to talk to you about honesty today. But honestly, you're probably wondering, what the heck are you doing patching a hole? So in the beginning of January, we had the opportunity to adopt a cat. It was a white cat with an orange tail. And this cat liked to play hide and seek for some reason. I mean, literally, we tried to cover up every hole. Every hole! Then we forgot there was actually a hole in the bathroom. And the only way we could actually get the cat, which we were hoping it would come out, but it stood in there for about, 30 minutes, and we were like, forget that, we don't want this cat to die. So I had to cut a hole in the wall behind the tub, which was in that room, which you see. So therefore, that's why there's a hole, and that right there is a true and honest story. But let's get back to where I want to focus, which is honesty. You know, the only way to truly operate in life is with honest hard work, being honest with yourself, and then when it comes to God, being honest with Him, right? So, Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, "First seek the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and then all things will be added onto you." When you seek the kingdom first and all His righteousness, that means you're going to have to be a little bit more honest than what you usually are. And what I'm saying is that we should be brutally honest with God. And this whole time that I've been sharing these things with you, I've been sharing with you personal things that I've gone through, because they are my testimony, and it's the reality in which I've went through and come to God. I had to be brutally honest with Him. And I share with you these things because I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not alone. Just look at the Israelites. They spoke behind God's back. Moses goes up onto the mountain and he comes back 40 days later and they're making a calf. I mean, seriously, they didn't really care about God. Alright? God was so angry that he had Moses ask the people who is with him, who is on the side of God. And those who weren't on the side of God were killed. 3,000 men were killed that day. Pretty much around roughly 3,000 families were killed, Israelites, who weren't for God. Yeah, God could be a little bit brutal, can't He? But we got to be brutally honest with Him. It says that our God is a jealous God. Kind of seems a little bit scary. But in truth, when we come to Him with honesty in our heart, and an honest intent in our heart, God God is always there to free us up and help us in every situation. So let's take, for example, how honest we should be. In Psalm 77, Asaph, who was a Levite, the son of Berechiah, Asaph was a leader for David's choir, and he wrote about 12 of the Psalms. So we see through one of this Psalms in 77 how he is truly honest with God. Asaph was very honest in his writings and in his song. He says, "I cried out to God with my voice, to God with my voice, and He gave ear to me. In the day of my trouble I sought the Lord. My hand was stretched out in the night without ceasing. My soul refused to be comforted." He was starting out with a little bit soft approach. He goes on, "I remembered God and was troubled. I complained and my spirit was overwhelmed." You know, sometimes when we start to think of God, when we're doing things, become a little bit troubled in, dang, he knows what I'm doing. And we become a little bit overwhelmed. And sometimes that, puts fear in us, which is not a bad thing. Fear is the beginning of wisdom when it comes to God. But it almost stops us from being honest. It's like he's coming to a point in verse 3 where he's about to just stop right there. But instead, he goes further into revealing his heart to God. He continues in verse 6. I call to remember my song in the night. I meditate within my heart, and my spirit makes diligent search. Will the Lord cast off forever? Will he be favorable no more? Has his mercy ceased forever? Has his promise failed forevermore? Has God forgotten to be gracious? Has he in anger shut up his tender mercies? I mean, seriously. He's sitting here telling God, like, hey man, you forgot about me? The heck is your problem? We gotta be honest with God. God, I'm going through some stuff. I'm being beat by my parents. They're abusing me. I'm being abused by people. I'm being used by people. The hell are you, God? Where the heck are you? That is the brutal honesty we need to bring to God. God, I'm so mad at you. Where have you been my whole life? But do we just stop there? No, we don't just stop there. We have to remember who God sent to us. He sent us his only begotten Son to free us up from what? From ignorance. Free us from the clutches of Satan. What are you dealing with that you really haven't brought to the Lord? What are you dealing with? What is the reason why you don't believe? Take it to God. And when you take it to him in utmost sincerity and brutal honesty, God will come and answer and comfort you. Anytime that you're going through something, let him know how you're feeling. If you're feeling horrible, terrible, and pissed off, let God know. You think God can't handle the truth, your honest heart? First of all, God could already see what's in your heart. But it's not about him knowing all these things. It's about you coming to him and recognizing that he's there. He's always been there. He's right there with you right now to help you go through it. He wants to help you through your situations. He wants you to be freed from Satan. He wants to free you from the ignorance in which Satan has locked you into. He wants to break the ties and bondage in which you were born into as a sinner, being a child of Satan. I was born a sinner, pretty much a child of Satan. And that Christ comes here to free me from that, to free you from that. God loves you so much. And all you have to do is be honest with him and come to him and ask him and say to him and express your true heart. I really thank you for joining me and following me. But it's not about for me. I really want you to have an honest relationship with God. Whether you don't believe in him, whether you believe in him and you have some issues with him, whether you're going through something, whether you're mad and you just don't think you can really give everything to God, God cares so much about you. I am the prodigal Christian, and I hope you stay encouraged.